Sammy came home from school half an hour ago. His parents always come home 1 hour after Sammy comes home. In how many minutes will Sammy's parents come home? Okay, so first you have to understand this. So Sammy comes home from school half an hour ago. So that's 30 minutes. And then his parents always come home 1 hour after Sammy comes home. So we would do 60, and then we would subtract these. And what would we get? We would get 30. So 30 would be our answer. Michelle wrote on the board a number sentence which he added several numbers. This is how it started, 1 plus 1 plus 1, and so on until this is how we finished. Equals 11. So that means 1 times 11 equals 11. So he put 11 1 pluses, or plus 1s. In the middle, he wrote as many pluses as 1s as he needed to make the number sentence correct. How many symbols altogether, digits as well as plus and equals, did Michelle write? Okay, so I'm just going to write this equation that he wrote. Don't do this in the exam because I'll show you a trick too. So I'm just going to write 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So that's 6 ones, 1. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, whoops, not 9 and 10. These are supposed to be 1s. 9, 10, and then this equals 11. Okay, so now we can count these digits. So that's 11 1, so 11 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 plus 11. And that would be 22. But that is not correct because this has 2 1 digits. So that's 24. So the answer would be 24. And this is a trick that you should use. So the trick is, so you know that there are 11 ones. And so whenever you do these ones, the pluses are in the middle. So there's 11. And then if you look at the diagram starts out at 1 and then a plus. And then the diagram ends at the plus and then a 1. So there's no digits on the first and last. So that means that you just do plus 2. And then you get 13, and then you do plus 11, and you get 24. So this is actually how you do it. You're supposed to do plus 2, not 11. Minus 2. Not the right way. Number 3. If you pay $2.50 for 2 chocolate bars and $3 for 4 cookies, how many dollars would you pay for a chocolate bar and a cookie? Okay, so this is actually really, really easy. So what you would do is you would just take these down. So if you're scared of decimals, don't worry. So that's 2. Okay, so the easy way to do this is, so 2.5 is divided by 2 equals 1.25. So one chocolate bar equals $1.25. So I'm just going to write that right here. C equals $1.25. And then we have 4 cookies. So we would do, that's 4 divided by 3. And then this is a 0.75. So 0.75 is 1 cookie. I mean, not a cookie. Wait, is it a cookie? Yeah, that's a cookie. Cookie. So I'm going to make this an H. Chocolate bar. And then so a cookie equals 0.75. Okay, so now when you add these, you get $2. Okay, number 4. A rectangular playground is 12 yards wide and twice as long. How long is the fence around it? So I'm just going to draw a diagram for some examples of things. So this is the thing. So this is 12, and this part is twice as long. So that means that it's 24. And then he's saying, how much is the fence around it? So that means the perimeter. So this would be a 24, and this would be a 12. So let's just do 24 plus 12, and we get 36. And then what we can do, now that we have the number, which was 36, we can do 36 times 2. And what would we get? Well, we would get a 2 here, and then we go to 7 here. So the answer would be 72. Okay, moving on to question number 5. The squirrel's jumps are 1/2 a yard long. How many jumps must the squirrel make to get to the acorn? I'm going to zoom in a bit here. Okay, so this has a 5 and this has a 7. So the total number of yards is 12 yards. And so if you do 12 times 1, it's 12, right? So if the squirrel could jump 1 yard long each time, then he would have done 12 jumps. But he's jumping half of that. So it would be smaller than 1. So what we would do is 12 times 2. And then we would get 24. So 24 would be the answer. Okay. So Pirate Pete wants to give each of his pirate friends an equal number of gold coins. But he can't remember if 3, 4, 5, or 6 of his pirate friends are coming to his party. What is the fewest number of gold coins that Pirate Pete must have so that each pirate friend who comes to his party gets the same number of gold coins? Okay, so this is actually really easy. So what we would use is LCM. And if you don't know LCM, then please watch another video or ask your parents or ask your elders what LCM is. Because if I say it right here, it's going to take kind of a lot of time to do. So we're just going to move on and just... So if you don't know LCM, ask your mom or dad or watch on YouTube. And then just come back to this video. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's take these out with the 2. So this would be a 3, 2, 5, and 3. Now you can take out with 3. And then 1, 2, 5, 1. Now we can take out with the 2. 1, 1. Well, actually, what you could do is you could just leave it right here. You wouldn't need to do everything. because then it would just be a waste of time. So what you would do is you'd take out with the 2, and then 1, 1, 5, 1, and then you would take out with the 5, and then 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so now you would multiply these numbers and with these numbers. So that's basically these numbers times 1. So you just need to multiply these numbers. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 5 is 20, and 20 times 3 is 60. So the answer would be 60. Okay, moving on to number 7. What number does X stand for in the correct number sentence below? So I'm going to write down this number sentence. 3 times X plus 1. I mean, this is not plus 1, this is minus 1. Equals 12. And so, now that we have it like this, we have to multiply 3 with X and 3 with 1. Because these are in parentheses. So that's 3X minus 3 equals 12. If we send minus 3 over here, it would become positive 3. So that would be 15. So our next step right here is 3x equals 15. And so our answer right here would be 15 divided by 3. That would be 5. So the answer is 5. And we can check this. So 3 times 5 minus 1 equals 12. Okay, so that's basically 3 times 4 equals 12, which is true. So the answer would be 5. What is the sum of all the factors of 22? Okay, so one of the factors of 22 is 22, and another factor is 1. And then another factor is 11. And yeah. And so, what else could go by 22? Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing. So, you also have 2. And 2 times 11, yeah. 1 times 22. And what else equals 12? Nothing else. So we would just have these. And that would be it. So when you add 22 plus 11, we would get 33. And then 33 plus 3, because 1 plus 2 equals 3, so 33 plus 3 is 36. So 36 would be your answer. Lee stored all of her RSM homework papers for the last 3 years in boxes. She stacked the boxes in a pile 5. In a pile 5 boxes wide, 6 boxes long, and 4 boxes high. How many boxes of homework paper does Leah have? Okay. So let's calculate. So first, the height is, it is 4 boxes high, so 4. And then the width says 5 boxes. And then the long is 6. And then you get this. Oops. You get this. And then you get this. Can you? Don't draw this in the exam. because there is actually a trick. So you just do 4, 5, and 6. You just multiply them. That's the trick. And then 20 times 6 equals 120. So that would be the answer. Okay, number 10. It takes a turtle 2 hours to walk 6 miles. In how many minutes would it take for it to walk 2 miles? So we would need to convert these into minutes. So 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So 2 hours equals 120 minutes. So 120 minutes for 6 miles. And then we have how many minutes for 2 miles. And we would cross multiply. And so 120 times 2 equals 240. And then we would do 240 divided by 6. And we would get 40. So 40 would be our answer. Moving on to number 11. If the light gray area is 10 units, how many units is the dark gray area? Okay, so this is really easy. So if the light gray is 10 units, so the light gray is basically like this. And then, yeah, just make it out. So this is the light gray area. So this is light gray. And then, so if this is equal, to 10 units, then this is actually really easy. All you would do is, okay. So what is, so first we would count how many squares there are. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5 squares. So what you would do is you do 10 divided by 5, which would be 2. So now that we know, so now what we would do is we would just do 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. And what we would get is we would get 2 times 4, which is 8. So the answer is 8. Okay, moving on to number 12. In a school, all 200 fourth graders play a musical instrument. Some students play the piano, some play the flute, and some play both. If 80 students play the piano and 150 students play the flute, in how many students play both the piano and the flute? Okay, so in total, we know there are 200. And so, if we do 150 plus 80, then we will get 330. Whoops, that's a 230. So that's crossing the limit. So since we got 230, how we solve the problem is we do 230 minus 200, or minus the total number of people there are, which is 200. And we would get 30. So 30 is the answer. So a young wizard knows every third spell that an old wizard knows. However, the young wizard knows 2 spells that the old wizard does not know. 8/9 of all the spells that the young wizard knows are known to the old wizard. How many spells are there that at least one of them knows? So I'm going to put W for wizard, and then right at the bottom, really small, for young. So wizard young equals 2 spells. the young wizard knows 2 more spells than the old wizard does. So wizard old knows 8 by 9. But here, there's 1 by 9th remaining. And so only 8 by 9th of all the spells that the young wizard knows are known to the old wizard as well. How many spells are there that at least one of them knows? So the old wizard only knows 8 by 9th. But the young wizard knows 1 by 9th. And the young wizard knows 2. So that's basically equal to 1 by 9th x. And so, yeah, we know, now that we know that, what we can do, we can just solve the problem really easily. Because now we know that the old wizard knows 16 spells, because 2 times 8 is 16. So, yeah, the old wizard knows 16 spells. And then what we can do is we can do times 3. Why would you do times 3? Well, that is because it says that a young wizard knows every 3rd spell that an old wizard knows. And so, we put 16 times 3. And then we got 48. So, in order to get our answer, we never added a plus 2. Well, why do we need to add a plus 2? Well, we need to add a plus 2 because it says how many spells are there that at least one of them knows. So that means how many total spells are there? And that would be basically 58 plus 2 because the old wizard knows 58 and the young wizard knows like 2 extra. So, yeah, 50 would be your answer. Moving on to number 14. So, 14. A magic carpet is 12 feet long and 10 feet wide. However, only the purple part of it the magic carpet has magic power. If the magic part is 2 feet wide, find the area of the magic carpet of the magic carpet. The magic part of the magic carpet. Okay, so I'm going to just like do right here. Why? Because the magic part is 2 feet wide. So the difference between this part is 2 feet wide. So in order to find the magic part, we know that the carpet is 10, 12. And so we know that if we do 10 minus 4, we get 6. So 6, and then we also have 2 here and 2 over here. So 12 minus 4, and then that would be 8. So 6 times 8, 48. So 48 would be your answer. So, yeah guys, if you like this video, cut that part out. So, yeah, that was the end of the video. So, yeah guys, that was the end of the video. See you in my next video. Bye!